Crusader Kings 3 from the Cornish-Knight, and our king, King Dunarf the Second of Cornwall, the petty kingdom of Cornwall. In the last episode, we took over a bit of Brittany. Well, we took over Lyon, and its capital of Brest, and we are currently in 868 AD, and everything should be stable. I don't think we've got anything particularly cunning going on. Just cruising along as we do our thing. Currently fabricating on Morgan barony of. Yes, it's. I'm not gonna lie. I have problems pronouncing names, folks. But it is the Principality of Debuff. So we're going to try and capture it, get some territory, get some gold in, especially because we want to build up our holdings. Our king is relatively young at the age of, well, he's not young, he's, well, for the time period, middle-aged, the age of 38. So we need to get some money in to make the petty kingdom of Cornwall. Otherwise, when my king dies, we will be in issue. Because I'm pretty sure that she will get pregnant at some point. We are seducing our wife. Time is passing by. I'm doing it at 2 ticks per second until something happens. Right here. Duel. I don't want to do a duel. Yeah, I'm willing to pay the price to further go away. It's only a little bit of money. Right, so this is all ticking over nicely. I think we'll move up to speed 3. We Knight was improved. That will be from our knight, because he has the task to improve our men-at-arms. He's not great, unfortunately. Do I have anything that's better than him? Nope. Okay, well that's just fantastic. Prestige-wise, we're not doing great. I think I'm going to invite some knights to my capital, which will basically get us improved. Knights are basically like your elite fighters in your army, so if we can get a couple for cheap, it will help us greatly improve the quality of our men. Okay, so someone has arrived. Let's drop it down to speed 1. Yeah, we'll recruit him. That was good. 10 gold was worth the investment. To be honest, he's actually better than our previous knight. Our previous master. If we can get someone that's just a bit better, I might actually switch him over. Okay. Everything's popping on quietly at the moment. Nothing drastic. How's Jorvik? Kingdom of Jorvik. Controlled by a bunch of nasty Vikings. Okay. Every time I close my eyes, I see Princess Glycer's face, sleeping not come. I cannot wait another moment. Cloaked inside, I make my way to a garden outside her living quarters. The sight of Glycer's chamber's window make my heart stutter, so close yet so far. But wait, is there someone clambering up the tower? The shadowy figure stops by Glycer's window and unlatches the shutter. My beloved is in danger, I must save her. Let's do that. It gets rowdy, my son gets the rowdy trait. Yep, so he's going to have either martial or intrigue upbringing. Good to know. Romance intruder. The sounds of struggle above is the greatest motivation I've ever known. Without careful life or limb, I hoist myself through the princess's window. I feel as if I've plunged into a freezing lake. My beloved is on the floor, intruder pushing her down, a gleaming blade between them. With a roar, I grab the villain by the collar and throw him into the wall. The rest is a blur. When the danger is over, I turn towards her. My love, are you all right? I ask cautiously. As if my words were spells, she finally unfreezes and throws herself into my arms. Thank God you are here, Dunarf. I would never let you get in harm's way again. So she has become our soulmate. Excellent. True love conquers all, and enough to do with the fact that I probably paid for that bloke to sneak into the bedroom chamber to pretend to assassinate her. Well, knowing me, probably not. He's got poor intrigue skill. Probably was actually someone trying to kill her, knowing me. Right, we can declare war. Who can we declare war on? These guys? Yeah, no. Because they've got 2,850 men, and they're currently winning an invasion of East Francia, which is absolutely terrifying. Yeah, okay. My half-brother. Okay, so he can marry. He's not of my house. And actually, well, no, it says that he is. So... probably want to find him a nice match. A nice good match. Let's do... alliance gain. That's not great. Prestige gain. Spouse mediates with friends, barons, improves our opinion of us. Excellent. Okay. General sums of skills then. Total sum of skill. You go with her. He will lose a bit of prestige, but we could get Amazonian brought into the family, which would be absolutely fantastic as a genetic trait. So many useful traits. Right, okay. Excellent. He accepts our marriage proposal. So our half-brother will be married to a commoner, but he is amazingly strong. Right. Anything else we can do right now? Money's slowly trickling in. Prestige is slowly trickling in. How's Wessex war? Wessex actually isn't at war at the moment. Mercia's not at war. East Anglia is not at war. Jorvik is at peace. He's not at peace. He's got an ally with the Earl of Jylland, which is going to be problematic. The Isles are currently defending against an attack from rebels. So, yeah, defending against Chief of Murga's merit, Muram conquest of the Earl of Andel. Yeah, oh no, actually it's pagan versus pagan, that's good to know. Alba is basically at peace, and they're allied to someone in Scotland, sorry, Ireland. And Unite has arrived. Okay, we'll recruit him. 25 gold is a lot, but I need competent marshals. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to forbid these two from being able to do anything because they're terrible. I'm going to forbid him as well because he's my half-brother and I actually need to keep my bloodline strong. Once we get enough marshal points, I'm probably going to go down here, get absolute control and get observer, which is a very powerful perk, and then we'll go into gallant. Right, sorry if you can hear noise in the background, folks. There are people doing building work near where I live, and it's just how it is. Oh man, those guys are really buffed up. Yeah. Gwyn. Yeah, Prince Rodri the Great. Oh boy. That's gonna be, he's got a master skill of 22. Right, time is ticking on. Let's speed up the timer a little bit. Just to blitz through some of these early bits. Another knight arrives. Now he's actually good. Actually, what's this? He's got consumption. How much are they asking for? No. I mean, I would pick him up. I mean, he might, I'll recruit him, he might survive. And for the time being, if that's the case, he can be my marshal. Because he'll do a better job than the other guy, and he won't have any negative traits. Right. So let's have time creep on. If nothing happens for a while, I'll probably have to put a cut in just to segment our way into a new, learn the master perk. Got it down to speed 2. Get absolute control, which is absolute control. It's a special state of control enabled by absolute control perk, noting that the ruler has an iron grip over the population. Whenever control is 100%, it will instead display as absolute and give it no bonuses and taxes, which is nice. So our control should be absolute. Yep. So we get a nice little increase to our supplies. Go back to speed 3. Right. We're currently fabricating. This would be going a lot quicker if you actually had a half-competent priest, but he's actually terribly unreligious. Can't we murder him? Yeah. We're going to murder him. We'll get stress from doing that, but there's nothing we can do. Any decision. hold a feast, go on a hunt. We could go on a hunt. Go on pilgrimage to get piety up. Do we have anything that benefits piety? Honesty, chaste, gracious. We could hold a feast. 100 gold, though. That's going to be nearly all of our money. Let's go on pilgrimage. And we'll go to somewhere else. Canterbury for 50 gold. Which is cheaper than holding a feast. So we'll go on pilgrimage. It's going to be a short trip. Man, this guy is not good at his job. I have really bad retainers. Gain ill. This is no time to give up. We do have a competent doctor, right? Especially since I just threw down 50 gold on this. We should be okay. Right. We arrive at Canterbury. We gain a bit of faith. Who else can we invite to this scheme? How much does he want for doing this? 50 gold? Yeah, no. And it's good to be home. Okay. I was hoping we were going to lose a bit of stress, but we have not. Unfortunate. Anyway, let's see. That's coming along. That is progressing. Yeah, not a lot we can do right at this moment. She's going to leave our court. Not a big loss. I mean, she's good at some of the stuff, but hey, I've got better people in my court. Yeah, they got some stuff done. Holdings got benefited deal for 10 years. Excellent for my wife. Act of tyranny. Really? We got found out. Well, if we weren't such a rubbishy priest, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay. The wall abreast. That's not great. Basically, the delegation from press slowly files out of my private chamber. Our long meeting finally over. The petitioners beg for money to spread the crumbling walls. We can either pay money, or we can have money. 50 gold at the moment is great. It'll cost me 50 gold just to get that up. You get 50 stewardship perk. No, I can't afford to take much stress though. So I take crumbling walls. So we lose the ill trait. I'll get my marshal. I'll get my spy master to help with this. Because he knows it's going to be me. He doesn't like me, but it can't be helped. It was not what Princess Galissa was hoping to find by spying on a secret conversation, but discovering the truth about Bernset does not hurt. He's a non-believer. Excellent. We can actually use that. If we go to intrigue, and we go Bernset, and actually we can't do that. First thing we have to do is we have to go one more. Blackmail. We are honest, so it will cost us stress to do this. But we gain a hook, which is fantastic, because now what we can do is we can go to him, use hook, support the scheme. There we go. Our stress is very high. We've got to have to do something about it. So let's call a hunt, which will get our stress down. I slay the beast, I get an injury, on a 40% I die. Let's try it. We slay the beast. Excellent. Let's have time go on. Time to return home. Knights improve control, gain a level of fame, which is fantastic. Which basically means we get more knights, and secular opinion of us goes up. Right, so the scheme is developing. He becomes my mentor. Ooh, attempt to teach you the forder skill. Yeah, so forder's not a bad skill. Allows you to get across hazardous, allows you to disembark and travel terrain quickly, without issues from. Oh, hold on 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. Yes, forder's a very useful to have. Do it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. He needs to die. Okay. My spy master come to me with grave news. Well, we do not know who. Someone is plotting to kill my courtier. We managed to murder our realm priest, and someone new took over who's actually competent. Thank goodness. They didn't know it was me. Unfortunately, we now have a secret. I murdered my previous priest. But hey-ho, that's what has to happen. He was woefully incompetent at his job, and I can't deal with that. He needed to be better at his job if he wanted to live. Gained a level of devotion. My piety to God has increased, which means the religious figures love me more, which is fantastic. If we go to Rome, can we ask money? Yeah, we can ask for gold. There we go. Fantastic. So we get a bit of money from our church head, which is lovely. How goes our religion of culture? Another 17 years before we can get anything happening there. Okay, so it's speed 4. Time is ticking on. My alliance with France, what's this? Fabricate claims. Yeah, I understand. That's what I'm doing right now, game. Another 5 months and we'll have a claim. Every man for himself. The forceful knock upon the door clearly clears every bit of drowsiness from my mind. Who disturbs a petty king at this hour? My late night visitor is none other than Gurgarat. I have spoken with you in private, away from listening ears. I've discovered something very interesting. Gurgarat has uncovered a secret about Baron Ums. He is willing to sell it for me. I swear after this you will owe me nothing. Do I owe him anything? He has a hook. Okay, so I manipulated him. Okay, fine, yeah, well, that's fine. No problem, yeah, so what's this hook that you have? He's a deviant? Ooh, interesting. We could use that. Definitely could use that. Okay, it's coming into February of 872. We are going to try to get this rank up, and we have learnt the fording trait. Excellent. Which means that when we lead armies, if we ever do lead armies, we can cross waters without advantage penalty, which is very powerful, especially when you live on an island. Right, they're getting attacked by... Ooh, that's not good. They're getting attacked by Jorvik. Jorvik, my arch enemy. Lessons of the past. For those surely see many battlefields before I met my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I've recently acquired a tome of great battle at the Catalonian plains, as well as the tomb scrolls written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds? So we can read the new tome, or we can go attempt to translate the old scrolls. This will give us studies of old battles, which are martial +1, or we can do this, which will give us a martial lifestyle, 100 martial lifestyle experience. You gain 1 master learning. Yeah, okay, for 20 years. Let's try that. It's a 75% chance. Righty. Even with the help of the dusty glossary, the scrolls reluctant to say its secrets, but I press on, and as the night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. Arminius, son of the Germanic chieftain, had been raised in Rome but plotted to forge an alliance with tribes to defeat the Romans. Arminius became an officer in the Roman general Valerius and advised him to take a detour through Teutoburg forest. This is the Teutoburg ambush and the loss of Free Legion. Where Arminius launched a series of ambushes due to his Roman education. Arminius knew exactly how to combat the enemy's tactics and led his people to glory. Study the battle. Focus on translating the process. So we can get study ancient text for 20 years, which is learning +2, or we can get that for 20 years, master and learning. We'll go study the battle. Excellent. Yeah, the Battle of Teutoburg Forest is actually very important. It stopped Roman expansion. We get a promotion. So is he? He's a good knight, really good knight. So that's excellent. Right. Dunbar. Do we want the Petty Kingdom or do we just want the holding? We'll go with just the holding. Right, so that's done. They have no alliances. They're defending against an attack from these guys who've got no allies. So let's take them. Declare war. We've got to relocate my standard to Exeter, even though it hurts me. We've got to raise all our troops. And then we're going to march on their capital straight away. We're not wasting any time here. We're going to march through Somerset. We're going to basically go through South Wales, Gloucestershire, Gwent. We're going to press on. We're going to march aggressively. We've got a besieging general. We've got a general that has the besieging trait here, which means that we get 30% increase to our martial pack. We're going to pick up overseer, which will give us the overseer trait, which is more martial, more stewardship, and more control growth, which is fantastic. Which means we have even more troops at our disposal. We're going to crush their capital. We're going to take their capital, and everything will be right in the world. We are converting Lyon to the cultural group of Kurno, to the Cornish culture group, which is fantastic. How long has he got left? Another 10 months left to do that. The siege is coming along well. They're going to have 3 months for us to finish there. The enemies are out of supplies, their troops are starving and full of sickness. Our troops are basically just waiting for desertions to take place. Fantastic. Short on supplies. Okay, that's not great. We'll, let's see. Part of the commanding an army means to make sure that my men have plenty of food, drink, and camping gear. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers to always have supplies needed in the field. We could take a stewardship challenge, which is basically a 50-50% chance. We could stockpile supplies in the stronghold, which would cost me 50 gold, which I don't really want to do. Or we can go, my soldiers are foragers, had to forage for their own supplies. So they get that. Hostile country attrition minus 10%, supply duration plus 10%. Yeah, let's go with that. It's going to be a quick war anyway, and my wife is pregnant. We take the territory. We do have a child. We do have a prisoner. We have a prisoner that's basically giving us reward score. But we have 100% because we own all his duchies. So we can get 25 gold from him. We'll ransom both of them. It doesn't matter because we actually have full control of everything. Demand that. We grab fame. We grab a little bit of prestige. And we now control the region. We're at war though with people. That's actually bad. Who are we fighting? Those guys. I might have to call France in to help. Which won't be fantastic. Who are they fighting? Piddly little guys down here. They're actually going to win that, and it's not even their direct fight. So I might have to call up my allies. Call to war. Who's the biggest threat? Upland. Yeah, Upland's the biggest one, so we need him for this. It will cost us prestige. Ah. So he backed out. French King accepted, so he's bringing his troops in. This guy's got to land. We need to get back home quick. His troops aren't as well equipped as mine, but he's got a penalty, so if we can hit him, we can win. Yeah. Come on, that penalty is bad. We should be able to beat him. Just about. We just beat him. Can we offer a white peace? He won't take it. He needs a little bit more beating before he will go away. Let's get back into our home territory to resupply ourselves. We didn't lose any knights. We killed more troops than he did. We didn't lose any knights. He lost more troops than us, especially his elite troops. We need to resupply and get our men up. So let's turn our marshal over to that to help us supply more. We have a son. This is going to be interesting. Let's name it after an ancestor. So we had Hadrad, our son Hadrad. Glory to God for giving us another son. We always need a backup. We can recruit some more men-at-arms. Not right now. We've got low control, which isn't great. We need to get my troops' numbers back up. He's fleeing, but he won't be able to resupply his forces as quickly as I can. Right, so they've converted to Breton. Well, they've converted to Cornish, sorry. We'll get him doing that to get some more money coming in. With him having that open, we need to find a new target quickly for us to attack. Him. These are all relatively weak. I worry about him, though, up in the north. He hasn't got any daughters that are young enough for me to really marry, unfortunately. Is he fighting someone? That's the question. Yeah, he's fighting off, or he's attacking. He's attacking all these guys? Oh, because he's allied to Italy. Okay. Our son has come of age. How quickly did I miss that? He's got to have a martial focus. What's he good towards? Martial or intrigue. We'll go with martial. Let's set an education for him. Who's best? Basically, education is twofold in this game. It's either it's basically particularly the learning stat, and if they are similarly in the same trait as you, they may get a martial trait. I think I will get myself to do it. And we'll have him take that. Wait, we can also train my nephew? There's no one teaching him anything? God, he's terrible. We'll go with stewardship. And probably stewardship wasn't the best idea, but having characters that are good at stewardship is really powerful. So we'll let this go up. Heresy. Oh my god, there's heresy. In the Trite. Duke Sulfpark of Netrite has announced to the world that he and his vassals are converting to Nestorianism, having become disillusioned with the teaching of the Catholic priests. My god. Heresy. These heretics have led them astray. So where is he exactly? The Great Kingdom of Mariva. Sorry, Moriva. So where is Moriva? So there. Yeah, that's not good. Vile heretics. Sweden has grabbed a foothold as well. That's worrisome. Yeah, and more of loyal Catholics. Or They were loyal Catholics. Don't know how loyal they are now. They're converting to the wrong faith. Okay. Here's our allies coming in from France. Let's go and hunt down this pretender king. Unless he's fled all the way back to Norway. Which he might have done. He might have fled all the way back to Norway. Would he take a white peace? Yeah, he'll accept a white peace. He spent prestige. We get a little bit of prestige. We'll disband our armies. Right. So, we're in a fairly solid position. We need to grab a bit more territory. I'm probably going to take Gwent because... Let's just actually... This is a good thing. Before I start on any route, we should check to see how much money. That makes 2.7, 1.4... Yeah, so this is the richest. He hasn't got enough money for mercenaries yet, though. How much... And we'll go back to second speed for a second just to allow the timer to keep ticking. How much money do we need to restore Cornwall? 300, basically. We need 300 gold for us to establish the Kingdom of Cornwall. Okay. Wessex is looking like they're doing strong against their attacks at the moment, so we can't have any chance of taking control of their territory. And I don't want... This is the thing. They have 300 gold. Wait. Yeah, Alfred the Great is basically... Alfred Ethel's son is basically Alfred the Great, and he is an absolute beast. He does have a daughter, though. Interesting. Would he be willing to marry her off? Where's my heir? Would not be willing. He hasn't got a good opinion. That's not great. Maybe we can work on that. If we get an alliance with the Petty Kingdom of Wessex, it would be quite good. We do want to take their territory, but at the moment I'm more concerned about making the Kingdom of Cornwall so my duchies, my kingdoms disintegrate when my sons inherit. Because if you look here, we'll go back down to 1 speed, keep the timer going. I will lose 2 duchies. We will lose the Earldom of Cornwall and the Earldom of Morganwag. Or Morgan. Yes, let's go to Morgan. The Earldom of Morgan when my son comes of age, unfortunately. Unless we disinherit him, which is not something that I want to do, because I want to keep my reputation high. Because it takes a lot of dynastic renown to basically disinherit people, especially early on. But it's a tactic later on when you do have more renown coming in with a larger dynastic family. Rise of the Scots. Though they share a common origin with other Anglo-Saxons, the clans living in northern Britain's lowlands have adopted to the life of rugged terrain, diverging culturally and linguistic from their former countrymen. These Scots have enthusiastically embraced their new cultural identity. Okay, let's go to culture for a second. So where are they? So they're in the lowlands. They're in lowland Scotland or lowland Albion. Okay. Jorvik is getting big. That's worrisome. He's 49. He's 46. If he comes knocking, this will be troublesome. He's beating him up. They don't hold the objective. How do they not hold the objective? Is he over in Scotland? Sorry, not Scotland. In Sweden, besieging it. Who knows? Okay. We need to save up money. That's being converted. We're getting money being brought in. We'll turn my master to control here, which I should have probably done a bit sooner, in all honesty. We gain more prestige. Ooh, these guys took a chunk of land. Yeah, they're going to be nasty. Lord of the Isles. Well, he's renamed himself to Usunja. Sudria? Yeah, that's not great. Okay. Unworthy challenge. At first I thought a simple footman a fool for stepping onto the trading field. However, the battle proved more hard fought than I expected, and it gradually became clear that he would be unable to stop his wide and ferocious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life or death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hit the ground. He's really good at being a knight. I could use a man like you. Joined your court. This peasant and my soldiers will get a lecture on honour. Nope. Oh, we can strike him down. No, we're going to have him with a knight. Tourney troubles. As a petty king, I have been obliged to attend a local jousting tournament, but contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. My knight, Beneset, is here, and as always, he is being an insufferable lout. His constant complaining is making everyone even more miserable. On the other hand, I could notice a merchant dropping off a cart of spiced wine. So we could lose prestige. He becomes a rival, and we lose stress. We lose stress and get the drunkard, which I'm not that interested in. Or the waste enough time on this disaster. 20 stress to 10 stress. I'm going to take 10 stress. Salt in the wound. While on a market in Rickat, with Rickat, who is my son and heir, his attention was caught by a criminal chained to the pillory. Rickat watched him for a while. When he did nothing but cough and beg for water, Rickat rolled his eyes. He gets callous. And it's not great, but arrogant, compassionate would actually be good for him to have. It means we get less decay, but it is a virtue. So let's do that. That hurts us, though. That really hurts us. We need to lose stress somehow. Hold of Feast is too expensive. Yeah, that's not great. Okay. Let's keep the time ticking on. We're in February of 875 AD. We gained more prestige. Who are they fighting over here in the north? They're fighting a whole host of Northmen. Yeah, the Northmen are really aggressively invading. We need to shore up our defences. Right. Reputation for underhandedness. You spend 150. My half-brother and spy master, he fudged up. I didn't turn him over from that. Okay, that's not great. Is there anyone better at this than him? No. Okay. Fantastic. We can't raid. We are practicing under siege. The true enemy of every soldier is complacency, my steward says, before puffing at his chest. We are standing side by side on my castle walls, looking down at the soldiers conducting drills below. We could exchange the castle gate for planks of wood and dull the arrows in the troops' quivers. He continues, lead the soldiers in a mock charge against the castle and see how well they do. Good idea. We may learn a martial skill. Excellent. Charge the gate. The tightly shut gate and walls that loom high into the sky. Archers can be seen as shadows moving behind the battlements, and feeling the genuine excitement permeating the air. In the lull before the battle, I turn and address the soldiers. My order rings out loud and clear across the field. Charge the main gates. 50-50% chance either to go very well or to go very poorly. Bring up the ladders, so let us attack the walls, yeah. Since that will basically be just a net bonus. Under siege, the battlement bravado. Taking the final step onto the walls surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers have been lost to the archers on the walls, but will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. I take a deep breath, and then it is time to press the attack. Everyone with me. 65% chance. 90% chance. Or hit them hard, sudden no mercy. This is an act of tyranny. No. we could do. This is basically a 65. Let's do with that. A risky approach may yield a higher reward. Everyone, with me. It goes very well. With the stairways echoing as another dull weapon bounces off the middle pillar. For a second time in a matter of minutes, I curse the tight spaces. Sorry, I curse the tight spiral. So we just had the clock. Sorry. Come on. It's not going to go because of me doing this, okay? I curse the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons in at defenders. Having heaving breath, the swords around me is deafening, and with every repealed attack they grow more resigned and frustrated. I would have taken charge of the situation. We are winning, but there is no room for mistakes. Because we have the reckless trait. This option is available to you because you have the reckless trait. Everyone, after me. Charge! Rightio. Under siege, storm the castle. The castle is ours. Amongst the celebrating soldiers, I find Clef, who congratulates me on a charge well led. Look at them, my lord. The change of pace did them good. Everyone seems reinvigorated, even those of the castle who was just lost to the attackers. Our enemies will never stand a chance. So we gain a lifestyle perk. I want to have Stalwart Leader. Because we are going to get another perk in a matter of days. Excellent. Let's increase the time a little bit. Another master perk has come online. We'll grab Sir Valeric to improve the efficiency of our knights, which will hopefully improve the credibility of our forces. So our knight's effectiveness goes up. He's a guest. How much is he wanting? 10. Yeah, fine. Get him into the court. Catholic favour decreases by 10%. Sinful bishop. What was his sin? Gluttonous. Oh dear. The Catholic faith is not doing well. Right, so it's 1085. We're about to get this territory on lockdown. He's spent money on items. See it done. We spent 75 to get that through, which is a lot. But we are still only 45 years old. We are going to declare war on him. I am going to move my soldiers to here, so they're right on the border. So we won't have time to rally his troops. We will declare war. He's got no allies. It would take us a bit of prestige. Raise all here. Let's get this done. And we're going to press straight into the attack. He won't be able to run. We have his forces cornered. We are pummeling them as the day goes by. We have control in our territory. So, with that done, can be turned back over to just training our commanders. We won the battle. We lost 49. He lost 431. He lost one of his knights as well. Sparring with one of my soldiers, sweat beading across my forehead. When I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched, looking over my shoulder, I spot my knight, Don Yarf, who waves at me. I walk over to him. We talk about weapon practice for a while, trading tricks and advice. Just as I'm about to leave for another round, Don Yarf's face lights up and he suggests we practice together. Okay, yeah, fine. Like, I'm probably going to lose this, but so. Sounds of swords clashing against spears echoes between the courtyard walls. All eyes upon us. Everyone wants to see if this petty king fighting his knight. The crowd applauds as I land, and their admiration makes me bold. Instead of pulling back, I attempt a new technique I've been practicing. The movement flows through me and into my sword as if we were one. The Narf is defenseless before me. I saw him not to challenge me again. We get dread. He gets wounded. He loses prestige. Do I really want to? No. I don't want to hurt my knight, and he's actually a rather loyal knight. So let us end here. Well fought. Okay. So that is going. So it'll take us 7 months currently. Yeah, we're not getting particularly good siege events, unfortunately. Let's get our religious fervour up. Let's get the time ticking by at a good pace. Yeah, one of our Marshal Ostos would get Blades Master, which is very good. Education at an end. That's our son. No, our nephew comes to an end. He gets 50 clerk, so he's okay. He's nothing powerful, but that's actually fairly good. I don't want him to be powerful. I just want him to be usable. I don't want to have members of my family that can actually realistically oppose me. That would be unwise. So, this is coming on. We are going to take this region. He's gathering forces to oppose me, but it won't work. We take that, we take a prisoner. Can the prisoner be ransomed for a little bit of money? Yes, they can. It was probably his son or firstborn that we dragged out of hiding. We're going to enforce the demand. Get a bit of fame, best prestige. We'll expand our armies. And there we go. Cornwall has grown. We've taken a good chunk of South Wales. That's interesting. The previous king of Gwyd died. He died of his wounds that he received in battle. He died at the age of 55. So basically, their kingdom has completely imploded. Which means that actually, in some ways, that's a good thing because it means that they are weaker and they're less likely to expand aggressively in the near future. These guys are winning a lot of their wars. Daughter. So, East Anglia has gotten destroyed by the Vikings. The Vikings are powerful. He's still in relatively good health, which is annoying. How close are we to murdering him? 44%. I might actually take it. We haven't got a good spy master, but for him to die, to have him dead would be really good, really beneficial for us. For him to die, it's unlikely. My goodness, these guys are exploded outwards. Not great. His alliance with France still holds. He's defending its rebels. Okay. The Vikings are still strong. We're developing. My plan is, well, first off, we will... How's the control here? Control isn't great. So we'll get him on the task of getting control back under control, unsurprisingly. We need money, realistically speaking. I need to get to 300. I'm under the impression that I will not get the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall formed in time. Well, I will not get the territories in Wessex under my control, which is unfortunate. He outnumbers me by a lot of troops. I do not want to fight him. I'd rather make an alliance with him, to be honest, because he's very powerful. So I think what I'm going to do is, as soon as I can get to 300, I will form the Kingdom of Cornwall. We will probably expand into Wales. Take some more Welsh territory for ourselves. Once that's done... Yeah, see, these guys are coming out swinging. Once that's done... Actually, what territory is this part of? The Duchy of Dunbar. We can't... We need another title... Well, we need another county before we can do that. That reminds me, if we want to form the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall... Yeah, we need 300 gold. Well, we need another 50 gold. Once we get the 50 gold, we can make the Kingdom of Cornwall, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'll form the Kingdom of Cornwall. We'll take over more of Wales. I'll ideally, in an ideal world, ally with Wessex. Mercia looks like it's on the way out. Jorvik is going to be a problem. Jorvik is named for that because traditionally the capital of it was at York. Yeah, Barony of Jorvik. Basically, York was the capital. So basically, yeah, to be honest, we need to develop our power base in Wales. I could go into Ireland, but they're mostly tribal, which means I won't be able to directly own the territory. I'll have to give it away. Plus, we'll have to be competing with the Scots. well, not the Scots, but basically the Vikings again, the Norse. And the problem with that is that we'll have to go across the sea, which is time-consuming and dangerous. We could hit Brittany, but as long as his relationship with his wife continues, which is her, which is basically, yeah, this is the relationship, the marriage relationship that keeps the alliance strong. As long as that endures, we won't have much chance of doing anything, and I doubt we'll be able to murder her. 23% chance, yeah, and it will ruin our relationship with the King of France if we do that. So I'd rather keep that relationship strong. If anything, I'd probably want to marry... does he have any kids? He's got a granddaughter that's very young. I'd like to continue trying to marry... I'd like to try and marry into the West Francia because they're quite powerful and nearby in case I get attacked. Once again, though, if I could take Wessex on as an ally, it would be good. He's getting attacked by Jorvik. I could come in... that is not good. But as I said, folks, we're going to have to leave it here for today. If you've liked, please hit the like button. If you would subscribe, please press the subscription button. Nice to see you all again next time. Goodbye.